Okay, ik maak now. I'm all. Right, I'll do it in English. I'm now making one of my favorite dishes. It's called Belgium cabbage. Belgium cabbage. Well, here in Holland we call it witlof. Now, as you can see, I didn't have a fitting lid, but I'm boiling the witlof for about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna do something different with it. I got an air fryer here. Seriously, it's still a bit messy here. It is one of the best inventions ever. Yeah, I really need to do the dishes. Alright. Anyways, this thing forces air, and you can set the temperature between 180 and 200. I usually use just below 160 for some things. Doesn't, if it's bread I want it more crispy, it's 180. Some things I just want to heat up in 120. But seriously, this thing is an invention. It is awesome. It basically forces air, and you won't be able to see that, but there's a big ventilator under there with a heating element, and it will force air, through this grate, through this you can put things in here, and then along these openings here it can force the air back up. Really, you can do anything with this thing. Not only meat, you can make steaks in it, and it will be how do you call it? That the outside it's seared. It's seared, and all the juice stay in there. Even with chicken filet, yeah, you throw it in there for about 10 minutes at 160, 170. It will have a crispy outside, and once you put the fork in, all the juices come out, and it's pink in the middle. Yeah, not pink raw, but just done. So that's a bit of a timing thing, so I had to experiment a lot. This thing cooks a lot faster than a normal oven because of the forced air. Anyways, I am now getting off topic. So basically, white witlof, yeah, I think they call it Belgium something, witlof. It's spelled W-I-T-L-O-F, and then just translate it with Google Translate or something. So you cook that for about 10 minutes. Then I already preheated. Preheating is like 3 minutes at 160, a little lower, and yeah, shit. I'm just waiting until the cabbage is done for the witlof. Then I will continue. Okay, so now we're about 10 minutes later, and we're gonna check with a fork. If it's done. Oh, yeah, when it goes in smoothly, it's done. You can do it al dente. Doesn't really apply to vegetables, but I like when it still has a little bit of crunch. So now I'll just put the camera here. This will probably be one of the worst camera actions ever. Ow! God damn it! Okay, because that lid didn't fit, all the steam heated up the handle, so that was not fun. Okay. Now we're gonna just pour this water out. So now I just use the, there, always some of the leaf comes off, but it's not really an issue. You leak it a bit, but okay. Now the unexpected will happen. This air fryer is gonna make my shit, okay. So ooh, it's a little bit hard. Maybe I should have cooked it for a little longer, but also with this witlof, you want to cut off a little bit of the back, because that's tasting the back off before you cook it, because it's a bit bitter. However, I like the taste of it, even if it's bitter. Right. So the leaves that come loose, I always also put them on. Come on. Now, what I did was, I put them next to together and make them a little bit flat, because now I have a surface to put some ham on it and some cheese, grated cheese that's normally used for pizzas. Okay, so ham. You can use any ham you like. I use this one. So you put it on there. I will show you the results in a second. Hold on. More ham. If you don't want to eat pork, then I don't know, maybe you could use beef salami. No. Then you, yeah, well then just tough out of luck, I guess. So second, right. Now at first, because I've been experimenting with this machine quite a lot, it blows quite hard. So when you sprinkle herbs and all that shit on it, it will just blow it off, and it will just circulate until the entire thing, but not on the food where you want it to be. But okay, now I put some slices of ham on there. Then I got this grated, especially for pizza shit. It's also different because some cheeses, when you do that, they turn brown real fast, and this will actually stay a bit moist. Alright, the trick is, you don't want any of the cheese in the grating. I'll show you in a sec, because that will just make it annoying to clean. So I put a little bit in the middle. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. You need to push it down a bit so it doesn't get blown off by the big fan. Just a little more. You can't spread it out that far, because otherwise it will just... Alright, here we go. This is the result. So I work from the middle, adding the cheese, because if you do it at the edges, it will just melt and go into the grate. Now it will melt, and it will just melt a little bit to the edges without going into the grate. You can see I spilled a little bit there, and that's just a hassle to clean. It's not really a hassle, but let's just try to avoid that. Now, so there we have it. The witlof, couple of slices of ham, cheese. And now we close the air fryer. It's at 100, almost at 160, so that's 150 or something, whatever. Because you don't have to cook the witlof anymore, because it's already cooked. The only thing you want now is to heat up the cheese and the ham so it melts and all that bullshit. So just below 160, so that's like 150, and that for 5 minutes. Trust me, this thing, yeah, everybody is used to a microwave or a normal convection oven, and they can put it at the 500 degrees and shit. But this thing, the air, the high temperature air is so forced. It still amazes me how fast things burn. Really, if I would set it to 200 for 3 minutes long, it comes out black. So, and I don't mean it, you know the N-word. So, temper your temperature, so that's 150 for 5 minutes, and then check again. You can always cook more, not cook less. And this thing cooks fast. I mean fucking lightning fast. Alright, we'll see the result in a second. Okay, I heard ding! So let's check what happened. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, 5 minutes at 150 degrees. The cheese is all melted, it's gooey now, so I need to take it out. Otherwise I don't want to go all to the grate. But as you can see, the whole pieces of witlof plus the ham plus the cheese has nicely melted all over the dish. And now I'm gonna lift it out, trying not to burn my fingers. And then I'm gonna eat it! Oh shit, I need to see. It's like 1 in the morning. So, oh yeah, there's one more thing you can do. Oregano. Just a little bit, you know, between 2 fingers. Just over there, and then you're done. It's fucking delicious. Good luck trying it yourself. The air fryer, you can use it for anything. You can cook meat, potatoes, French fries, Brussels sprouts, paprika, tomatoes, even eggs. It is an invention of the century. Anyways, I'm gonna eat now. Later. Nou, ik heb het net opgegeten en serieus, het is zo lekker. Ik kan dit wel iedere dag vreten. Nou, ik ga dit allemaal aan elkaar plakken en ik ga het op YouTube zetten. It was very delicious. And I'm gonna join the files, convert on YouTube, blah 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 blah. But oh, it's so delicious. You can always, you know, I cook with instinct. So when I think, oh, it needs a little salt, I just throw in a little salt, etc., etc. But never use too much, especially if you use a lot of different small things. Just use a very little of everything, and it will come together. But cook with tasting and feeling. And yeah, well, it's preferenced for any other person. I don't like salt too much. Other people like salt a lot. Some people like spices. I can imagine you could, you know, make a chili, you know, cut it into things and do some chili over it. Just play with combinations to your taste, and you will find a new thing every time. I don't use recipes. I use instinct. Anyways, peace. Time to upload. Laters.